Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be what I eat in a day with multiple chronic illnesses. So let's just jump right in. Okay, so before I eat anything, I start my day with my medicine and my supplements. I don't like having to do it that way, but because of some of the medicine I'm on, I have to do that before I can eat anything. And honestly, I don't like to eat first thing in the morning anyway. But after I've taken my meds, that's when I start. I'm not usually an eat first thing in the morning person. So this morning, I don't know, this morning was a little bit different because I was hungry. But I'm going to take that as a good thing. But I'm finishing off this sourdough pancake batter. I had started it the night before, and you have to let it ferment overnight. And then you add in baking powder and baking soda. So that's what I'm doing here. I will also leave the recipe down below in the description box, because this is not my recipe, but it is the best recipe I found for sourdough pancakes. But it does make a ton. That for me, that doesn't bother me, because for me, I like to have leftovers and stuff to do easy, and pancakes are one of those things that are really easy because I can just nuke them for a few minutes in the microwave. Hell, probably not even a few minutes, usually a few seconds in the microwave, and I've got breakfast without having to stress about it. Okay, so now I'm getting my water. I take my meds with a water every morning, but now I'm starting in on my big cup of water. The first cup I do is like 16 to 20 ounces of water with one of my Normalite electrolyte packets, or technically they're oral rehydration salt packets, but I love these. These are a go-to. I drink the pure, so it doesn't have any flavor or anything to it. But I start after I take my meds and my supplements, I start with that. And then I will move on to, then after I drink that, then I'll just move on to regular water. I drink between 60 and 80 ounces of water every day, so yeah. But I have multiple chronic illnesses. A few of those make me chronically dehydrated, so anything helps. Now the fun part of taking my prescription Miralax. I hate this stuff. This is not one of my favorite things to do, but it's the only thing that's helping me lately. And I usually mix it with apple juice. I don't know why. I've mixed it with other things and it just doesn't work as well. But mixing it with apple juice helps. So that's what I do. At this point, the butter is melted in this pan, and I can actually get started on making pancakes. so at this point, I'm actually done making pancakes. Like I said, this makes a ton. So the recipe says it makes 10 6-inch pancakes. Either I don't know what 6 inches is, or the person who makes actually developed this recipe doesn't, because 6 inches really isn't that big, and I get some really big pancakes out of this. But this particular morning, I was like, you know what? I just want a pancake. I'm going to do butter and syrup, and that's going to be it. I'm not going to do. I will do healthy pancakes where I'll add like peanut butter and fruit to it. But this morning, I was just in the mood for a pancake.
Me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain.
Okay, so it's a few hours later, and I am taking a leave. This particular day, I was having horrible muscle and joint pain, and I was getting a headache, and I've been doing that lately. I don't know what the heck it is. It's just one of my illness things, and I think it's from summer, but yeah. But I took a leave. Then about an hour later, I took my afternoon meds, and that one big long white pill isn't a medication, it's a salt capsule. I have POTS. That's really the only way I know to keep up my salt and keep up my blood pressure other than my meds. But at this point, I'm getting hungry for lunch. And it was late because I had some stuff to do this particular day, so I'm doing something simple. And usually lunch isn't a huge deal anyway. It's usually leftovers or something quick like this. I was just doing a pepperoni and cheese roll up. I've shared these last year for back to school stuff, and honestly, I love these. Nevaeh loves them, and the boys do too if they're in the mood for them. So these are a hit. And yeah, so I just made 2 of these, put them in the microwave for 30 seconds to melt the cheese a little bit, and I had a cucumber on the side.
You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body.
I wanted to add in that this is not the only cucumber I had this day. After I had this one, I needed more, so I cut up like 3 more in a bowl, and me and my mom snacked on them for the rest of the night until dinner. But yeah, I just wanted to show you my lunch and mention that little cucumber fact, because we will snack on cucumbers all day now that they're ready in the garden. Then I needed something sweet, but I didn't want something unhealthy, and I've been loving these rice cakes from Drizzelicious. I know I'm probably late to the game on this, but I finally got a bag on the fudge, my hands on fudge brownies, fudge brownie bites, and I love them. I think so far the French toast ones are my favorite, but these are good. They just don't have enough sprinkles for me, and I've heard a lot of people say that. Okay, so now it's about 6:30, 7 o'clock, and it's time for my evening meds. And after I do my evening meds, we will have dinner. Oh, I also wanted to mention that after my 60 to 80 ounces of water, I think I had 80 this day, I will start drinking tea. I don't know. I can't drink water all day, and tea it's not horrible for me, so yeah. But dinner was easy. We had chili and spaghetti and cheese conies. We have Dixie chili around here, and we buy the cans, and So yeah, and I wish I would have got a picture of my first plate and not my second one. So yeah, you only get a piece of that hot dog, but I did have a whole cheese coney. Yeah, I wasn't doing very good at filming this night, but that usually happens with dinner because dinner is family time. And then my brother made a slushie with Crown Royal, sweet tea, and lemonade. He called it a peachy almond, peachy Arnold Palmer because he got the Crown Royal peach. So yeah, that's what this is. I don't usually drink a whole lot of alcohol, but this glass is all I had, and I don't do this very often, and I wanted to taste it because it sounded good. So yeah, that's what I did. Then after we had that and finished our show, right before I go to bed, I take a Dulcolax, and I take my final supplement, which is magnesium, and my final medication because it helps me sleep, and that's what I eat in a day with multiple chronic illnesses and my medications. So yeah. Okay, so that's going to be it for today's What I Eat in a Day video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Hit the red subscribe button down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you Friday for my next video. Bye-bye.